All right, our second training is going to be over vehicle emergency evacuations. Training objectives: look, exit, assess, verify, evaluate, and educate. I like acronyms because it kind of helps us to think about situations and know what we're doing without actually having to think too much about it. So look, what should I be aware of when getting ready to exit the vehicle? You need to think about where you're at, the roadway, what side of the roadway you're on, if there's any culverts or anything, if you got to deal with oncoming traffic. Just know where you are getting out of your vehicle and what dangers could be involved in just getting out of your vehicle when you're trying to leave it quickly because of emergency. What hazards could my vehicle potentially present to me, others, and its surroundings? So, if you got gasoline on the back of your truck, or maybe a hazardous chemical or whatever, is that going to cause me any potential issues, or the individuals around you, the vehicles around you? You need to think about standoff and all that other stuff whenever we're evacuating the situation, which you want to do, but how far away you need to be whenever you do evacuate. What should you bring with you when you exit the vehicle? The only thing you really need to be worried about is yourself. Don't think about grabbing your cell phone or whatever. If you're worried that you need to make a phone call, somebody will stop and have a phone that you can use. Just get out of the vehicle and make sure you have proper standoff when you leave. Exit. How should we exit the vehicle? Well, you need to do it in a way that doesn't end up causing you to be like this little kid right here. That'd be a bad situation. What should I be thinking of when I am attempting to exit the vehicle? What side of the vehicle do I need to get out on? Would it be better to crawl across the street and exit on the other side if the traffic is in a situation that you're going to put yourself in more danger because of oncoming traffic? Just be mindful of your surroundings while you're getting out. What responsibilities do I have once I have exited the vehicle? So you've got yourself out of the vehicle. What are some other situations that could arise when you are out of the vehicle? And we're going back to the what's on your truck and what hazards could be involved with what's on your truck. So assess. Am I actually safe in the area that I have been evacuated to? How do I prevent further loss or injuries to myself or others? And what else can I do? Here's another example. This guy thought he was okay with the first explosion, but there was a secondary explosion. We don't want to be part of a secondary explosion because of what's on our vehicle, or what the fire or whatever you're evacuating to causes you to put yourself in an even worse situation by your evacuation. Verify. Have it made proper notifications. Who do I call and report to? Now we have our chain of command that we answer to. We'll make our phone calls in that respect, but also 911. And when we make that 911 call, again, what do we have on our trucks? So whenever the emergency response vehicles show up, what do they need to do? Do they need to be upwind? How far upwind? What's the standoff distance that they need to make? Do we have to have, create a corridor of entrance to our vehicle because of potential hazmat that we have on there? So you need to be thinking about all this whenever you do make your phone call. And then always be thinking the next step down the line too. Is proper emergency response en route, and have I identified and conveyed all the hazards? We just talked about that. Make sure when you do call, we let them know everything that we do know that could go wrong or is going wrong, so that they send the right vehicles to help you out. Have I done my best to safely address any further issues? What else can I do safely? This is the primary thing that we need to be thinking of. Everything that we're doing, even though we're trying to help ourselves and everybody else, we need to do it safely so that we don't end up hurting ourselves by trying to do something that we shouldn't do. Evaluate and educate. Everything that happens in life and every emergency that we deal can be a learning experience. So after you've done it, hit me up or someone and say, hey, this is what I think happened, and this is what we could potentially do to not have that situation happen again. Always thinking back on what we did and how it went wrong and what steps we could take to make sure that that doesn't happen again. What information can I pass on to the others to prevent or help in similar situations? Pretty much what we said. Always be thinking what if. Plan ahead for further events or situations. Make every effort to be proactive and not reactive. Keep your head on a swivel. So with that being said, if you see something that might potentially be an issue then let's take the steps so that we don't have an issue. Preparation and planning prevents emergency situations. So again, leave. Look, exit, assess, verify, and evaluate. When you have an emergency situation, especially when you're on a roadway and you're dealing with your vehicle, these are the steps that we want to take as we exit the vehicle and the follow-on process that we take to enable it from becoming a bigger situation. That's it.